Good morning. All praises to the Most High. Welcome to the WhollyLivin Garden Channel. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful morning. This morning I wanted to talk to you about, excuse me, about the subject I mentioned to you in regards to peaceful gardening. Grounding is when you take off your shoes and your socks and you put your feet in your soil. You get down and dirty with earth. Grounding is when you are intentionally connecting yourself with the Most High and at its most purest form. And so I make it a point to come out here, believe it or not, barefooted. I'm not going to do it right now simply because there are a lot of palm branches on the ground that have a lot of thorns on them, and I've already been attacked by them when I pruned this palm tree. And I would show you I would show you the thorns on there, but I'm just not going to do that today either. But welcome to the garden. It's a blessing to be able to come outside and just listen to the sounds that are in your garden in other people's gardens. You hear the lawnmowers, the trimmers, the hummingbirds. Right now I'm hearing chimes. Looks like it's going to be a lovely day today. I think the high is like 66, sunny. And this is definitely going to be a day to get out and head to the beach, head to the ocean. I see that the skies have been manipulated. And when I say manipulated, I mean the chemtrails are all in the skies this morning. So I'm going to show you just in case you don't know what it looks like. These are not real clouds. This is something that is designed to have many negative effects on the earth. So anyway, that's why we try to ground as much as we can so that we can be as close to the earth as we can, because the earth is how you stay grounded. Believe it or not, there's a reason why it's a ground. And that's how you stay grounded. You plant your feet on the ground. I mean, I remember the slaves would be in the fields barefooted, and it was probably by choice, believe it or not. I remember when old farmers used to roll up their overalls and just get on out there barefooted. So there's a reason why things were done the way they were, as we used to say, or we still say back in the day. So we all know that in the earlier times, things were done more simplistic, more realistic, more sensible. And the further or closer that we get to the end times, the worse things tend to get. Our children, teenagers are out of control. The parents who are responsible for these out of control kids got it all together. At least they say they do. But the kids. Anyways, I digress. I come out here to pray, to thank the Most High for a beautiful day, to thank the Most High for another day to labor in His vineyard, to bless His name, to glorify Him, to put no one beside Him, above Him, next to Him, instead of Him, in addition to Him. Oh, if you could only get my point. Yah does not want to be compared. He doesn't even want to have his name put next to another name, meaning that I can't even say my name next to Yah. Think about that. Think about that. Every time we think about God, we think of another name. Whenever we want to elaborate on God, talk about God, and I'm only saying God because of a lack of knowledge of Yah, but God, we always try to add another name to God. Like we'll say, oh, thank you, JC. You put two and two together when I say that. We say, thank you, JC, for all that you've done. JC ain't done nothing for you. And I know this is going to be controversial, but it is what it is. I give all my praises and all the honor to the Creator, to the Creator of all things, the one who's jealous, the one who said don't put no other name beside his. He said there will be no Savior beside him. So when you say two different names, that's confusion. That sounds real satanic to me. So you better make a choice. He said, don't be hot or cold, don't be on the fence. You better get on the right. You better jump right there in the middle. That's who you gonna serve? You can only serve one master. You can't serve two masters. You can only serve one master. And that one master I serve is God. And I'm praying that people will wake up, but only a remnant's gonna get it. Only a remnant, only a tiny portion is going to get it. We only got one God. You don't have no son. You don't have none of that. You just got one God. He say he a jealous God, he means it. He means it. So, you can go in that book and find where he says, okay, there's another person next to me that I want you to worship. There's another name that I want you to use other than mine. I don't see it nowhere. But I do see it where he admonishes us not to put another name next to him. When he say he jealous, he means he's jealous. He ain't trying to give no credit to nobody else for all the things that he's done. He's like, I've done this. But you continue to give somebody else all the credit. All the credit. Go ahead and harvest these tomatoes down here. Oh, I just dropped one while we're here. All right, so these Romas or these tomatoes are pretty much out of season. And I'm thinking that the visualization of them is probably true. Go ahead and feed that to the compost. But yeah, that's where salvation comes in, folks. Deciding on who you're gonna worship is the most important thing that you can ever do in your life. Is decide on who you're gonna trust. Decide on who you're gonna believe. And this whole world has been deceived. The whole entire world has been deceived by some folks that pretty much know who you are. Know who we are. So I guess the first thing to do is to find out who you are. And when you know who you are, you know who to serve, you know who to worship. All praises to the Most High. Thank you for coming to the channel. Remember to always do your best. Be blessed. Harvest something. Grow something. Put your salvation first. Through growth. Through study. You got to read. You got to study. You got to read. You got to show yourself approved. You got to read and study. This world is getting to a place where if you don't get it right now, oh my goodness, you're in trouble. If you don't get it right now, you're in trouble. Life is not about the things that you think it's about. Yes, we can grow fruit, we can vegetables all day long. But that's not what life is about. Life is about knowing that there's more to life than life. There is more to life than life. Wow. Think about that. There is more to life than life. Or there is more life to live. How about that? Anyways, again, thank you for coming to the channel. Looking at these beautiful tomatoes down here. I'm going to try to let them ripen in the house. Remember to do your best. Be blessed. And grow something. Yes, she is. She lives in that tree. There's a hummingbird lives in the tree. All praises to the Most High.